Well, hello everyone. Hope you are doing great and welcome to my model learning outcome 3. My name is Luis Felipe and I'm going to talk about becoming a global leader. Okay, but first of all, let's establish how can we become global citizen? What is a global citizen? A global citizen is a person who can see the world in a wider perspective, a person that can follow something and go straight through it and improve the society. Also, to be a very creative person and to have some vision for the future choices that the community may need. But continuing with the exposition, what is the main concern for a person who wants to be global? I think that the main concern that a person wants to consider is to be an open-minded person because if you are a close-minded person, you are going to get overwhelmed about anything and about every stuff, and you are not going to adopt any other ideology that a person may suggest to you. And if you are a very open-minded person, you are up to any suggestion and you are up to any new ideas, any new innovations. Maybe a person wants to put solar panels in your community and you don't want to because you think that electricity as it is right now, it's going to be only the main way that the economy can be improved in your community. Well, continuing, which are the main values of a global person? I think that the person has to be a good listener. A good listener because if you want to get some followers and if you want to be a leader, you have to be a good listener. The people want to see that they are getting to know other ideologies or that their ideas are taking in place in the society. Maybe if they don't have the power to do that, maybe if they tell you to do the ideas or maybe to improve something and you do it, they feel that you are a great person. You have to consider also to be very ethical with the things that you do for the society. Now, continuing, why do we need to be global both in business and in our daily lives? I'm going to talk about pros and cons. I think that the main pros that you will have for being a global person is that you are going to have some foreign experiences because you are getting to know much people, you are a very open-minded person, and maybe you will have some stories to tell to your children or to your granddaughter's grandson if you get new experiences with foreign people. Also, you are going to be known as a leader and you are going to be very appreciated by the society. If you are a great leader, that's the most important thing, you are going to be very appreciated. I think that the cons, well, the main cons is not achieving it. Sorry, because you are going to get very disappointed. Maybe you don't have some abilities, but you always can improve yourself and train yourself to be a better leader. You are going to be a very busy person. If you are a great leader and you are a famous person, you're going to be very busy in any project and in any improves that the society are going to make. You're going to be looked for in everything that the people wants to say to the leader because you are going to be the leader. That's the main thing to think in. And you are going to be very criticized in the decisions that you take. So you have to always take in care the ethical principles that you are going to apply to your leadership. Well, continuing, what kind of attitudes or ideologies go against being global? I think that the main attitude that go against, as I said before, it's to be a close-minded person. Because if you're close-minded, you're not going to be creative, you're not going to be divergent, you're not going to be remember as any other person that goes straight only the ideas that he or she has, and not only but that. Also, being true religious is a thing that may affect to global citizens that may be in the Middle East, like Arabia or something like that, because they have too strong ideologies and maybe don't want to adopt any other things that are in the world. That may be something to consider. Um, Not being committed with the environment. When you are developing a society, you have to consider that future generations are going to take the resources and are going to be living in it. So it had to be sustainable always. Finally, I'm going to name some examples of becoming global. As I think I was only wanted to get a little bit general with this. I don't want to get a little bit deeper on this to confuse you, the audience. So I will have to say that the most important thing that you can do to become a global person is to get involved in local, national, and global communities to improve them. Maybe you can be a volunteer to start as a volunteer, a social network that you have in your community of, I don't know, helping poor people. Also, I think that you can become a global citizen if you take the example of a global citizen. You have to be surrounded by smart people, by people who has the lead, who has some kind of power, but not in a bad way, in a good way that they can improve society. You're going to learn a lot about them, and you are going to be able to apply it in the next steps that you will have for in the future. So I hope that you enjoy the presentation. Um, that's everything for today, and take care.